Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at 10 of the fakest video game leaks we have ever witnessed. Don't believe everything you read and see on the internet, kiddos.
Never fear, Gordon. She's debeaked and completely harmless. The worst she might do is attempt to couple with your head.
Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Star Fox Grand Prix. The Star Fox franchise has been away for quite some time now, the last game being the underwhelming Star Fox Zero, which launched on Wii U back in 2016. With the next Nintendo console on the horizon, it seems Fox McCloud will miss the boat on the Switch's success. Let's hope that's not the case, but it's looking like that. There was a brief glimmer of hope in 2018 when word began spreading of a brand new Star Fox spin-off titled Star Fox Grand Prix. While most of the internet began stewing in its excitement over this mysterious new game, skeptics were understandably suspicious. This was a leak that was getting a lot of attention as a few assets kept spreading that Nintendo would have definitely kept under a tight lid. Plus, why would Nintendo bring in a new racing game when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was selling like gangbusters? None of it made any sense from a financial nor a portfolio perspective. Sure enough, it was eventually discovered that Star Fox Grand Prix was nothing more than a rumor started up by Photoshop mockups. Super Mario Galaxy DS.
Yes!
In December 2007, a trailer was uploaded to YouTube advertising the reveal of a Nintendo DS port of Super Mario Galaxy. An insanely great Wii title coming to a handheld console? Of course people were going to get amped over that. But when you stop and really think about it and look at the footage, there is no chance that a DS was going to properly run a game as ambitious and complex as Super Mario Galaxy, no matter how many compromises you make. Still, people got excited until the leaker revealed themselves in 2018. Pablo Belmont re-uploaded the trailer in a high quality and revealed the trailer was meant for a school assignment. The trailer landed Belmont a job in the gaming industry, though according to his Moby Games page, Belmont hasn't worked on a game since 2011.
Woohoo!
Super Mario Sunshine cross Splatoon? Super Mario Sunshine, another 3D Mario classic that would have fans foaming at the mouth just from the mere mention of it. Splatoon saw that hype firsthand. In 2015, a leaked screenshot was floating around that showed plans to bring Mario Sunshine content into Splatoon via the Mario amiibo. The image even used a render of Mario that had never been used in any of Sunshine's marketing material or any of the marketing material that came after. Just a few days after the leak exploded, the leaker uploaded a video on the channel, Mario Inky Leaky, that's a heck of a name, but the channel confirmed that the image was completely fake, and it made a fool of all of us. All the Half-Life 3 leaks.
Meanwhile, let my Vortigaunt friend here give you a jolt to get you going.
One of the most frequent jokes made within the gaming community is how Half-Life 2 Episode 2 ends with a cliffhanger and that Valve will never make a third game because they're scared of the number 3. It looks more true every single day. The hope for Half-Life 3 has gone on for so long that every once in a while, some schmo gets the clever idea to create a fake teaser image or a video of some kind to get people to think the announcement has leaked. What many forget is that Valve is a really small company with a very tight team of people and is primarily focused on hardware and running a digital storefront these days. Even though they put out new games every once in a while, making software hasn't really been their focus as much as it used to. But people still hold out hope for Half-Life 3 so aggressively that we have to wonder how much of Half-Life's fan base is now just suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. We know, Half-Life is an amazing series, but at some point, you gotta wonder if the story was left unresolved for a reason. You know?
Man, a few words, aren't you?
The bizarre PlayStation controllers. Much like the fake Half-Life 3 leaks, PlayStation suffers just as much when it comes to fake leaks. For years, we've seen so many fabricated images with their creators claiming they unearthed details about the next PlayStation console. Who could forget the X-shaped box that was passed around as the PS5? As for controllers, you can find so many mock-ups of what the next supposed PlayStation controller is going to be, and most of the time, it's just mildly modified DualShock 4 controllers. Now, you have some individuals claiming they have details about PlayStation 6 controllers, only to show off modified DualSense controllers. At some point, we should all just wait until we hear from Sony themselves about hardware products. Super Smash Bros. Melee's additional unlockable characters.
Ready? Go!
We've seen some pretty good fake leaks during development and marketing of previous Smash Bros. Games. From Artsy Omni's Rayman render to the 2018 Grinch leak, Smash sees waves upon waves of leaks all the way until launch with every new title. However, the ones that were obviously fake from the very start were EGM's claims about Sonic, Tails, and Toad being unlockable in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Both came with some pretty solid, but still fake screenshots, but if Melee fans had stopped for a few seconds from getting excited and trying to unlock these characters themselves, they would have known it was fake from the start before EGM published their next issue and confirmed their fraud. Guys, Melee tells you when you have unlocked every character in the game. Doing so is what unlocks All-Star mode. How did anyone fall for this? PlayStation All-Stars, Round 2. Oddly enough, PlayStation's own Smash clone has seen some fake leaks since its debut in 2012 on PS3. Despite seeing marginal success, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale has amassed a following that has been hungry for Sony to give the green light to a sequel, albeit with some much-needed improvements. Some fans have gone so far as to try to create mock-ups and pass them off as leaks. From the usual roster images to the occasional gameplay footage of questionable menus and blurry imagery, the few PlayStation All-Stars fans that remain get a small glimmer of hope every so often. Only for another E3 or Summer Games Fest to go by without Sony saying a word. The NX controller. The mid-2010s were a chaotic period as folks were eagerly awaiting Nintendo to reveal their next console, the next machine to hopefully not be as underwhelming as the Wii U. The hype was so huge that some began claiming they found info on what the NX, what we now know today as the Switch, would have as a controller. The most common image that was being passed around in 2016 was a pill-shaped controller that only featured 2 analog sticks, with almost the whole controller being used as a screen. This actually ignited a brief moment of panic as people thought this controller was the NX itself and that we were about to see yet another era of Nintendo focusing on touchscreens. Come on, did we really think that was going to be the next Nintendo console? Really? You gotta give them more credit than that. Nintendo Switch 2 mock-ups. Speaking of Nintendo's next console, the successor to the Nintendo Switch is on the horizon at the time of us making this video. And already, in this day and age where clicks and likes are the most important thing ever, people have gone to great lengths to pretend they have the deets on what the next Nintendo console is. But so far, all anybody seems to come up with are just chunky iterations of the Switch. Granted, rumors have suggested that that is what the next console is, a more powerful version of the Switch. However, looking at Nintendo's history in hardware, the company has rarely ever made sequel consoles, the only exceptions really being Game Boy Advance, 3DS, and Wii U. And even then, each of those consoles had completely different looks, specs, and button layouts. So predicting the next Nintendo console is like predicting the exact spot where lightning will strike. It never strikes in the same spot twice. Just about every E3 and Summer Games Fest leak. If you keep up with gaming news, you'll know that every summer people come out claiming they have info on some yet-to-be-revealed game. Heck, it's almost an expectation to see fake screenshots because they have all become so predictable. Is the image about as blurry as a found footage horror movie? Is there so much exposure and bright spots that the image looks like you might be seeing God? Was the image taken in a seemingly dark room where you can only see the screen and nothing else? Congratulations then! You have most likely spotted a fake leak. Of course, nowadays we see supposed leaked reveal schedules of Nintendo Directs and Sony State of Plays. It's cool to have personal wish lists, but let's not fool each other, okay?
Boosted by word-of-mouth recommendation and hands-on testing.
That said, what's the most ridiculous leak you've seen that wound up being fake? Let us know down in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.